broadcasting on the beach with Halftime Howie. And now, let's have a round of applause for Linda Alper and Sam Roca, who bring you a taste of Long Beach. Myself, Walter, Steve, we loved the first one at Lola's. It was amazing. And we have another one to look forward to. First of all, Linda, welcome to the show, and let's talk about a taste of Long Beach and what you got cooking.
Okay, I'll look over there. All right. Last month we had our first tasting at Lola's, and we had 62 people who showed up. We are from the Friends of the Long Beach Library. We are an organization that supports the library. We provide fundraising efforts. We provide additional resources since the state is cutting their budget. And at Lola's, we presented the library with a $900 gift to support one of the children's programs. March 1st is our second tasting at the Nick's Tuscan Grill. It's a tasting of the chef's hors d'oeuvres, past hors d'oeuvres, and we're really looking forward to a lot of people showing up to support the wonderful library we have here in Long Beach.
Okay, very good, Linda. And let's give it up for Sam Roca. And I want to say that I ran into Sam Sunday at the library, and the Folk to Funk Festival led by our friend Joanna Elmer Matheson was amazing. So if you love music, you loved it. And but Sam is here to talk about a taste of Long Beach.
Thank you. Good evening. My name is Sam Roca, and I'm the president of the Long Beach Friends of the Library. Our organization in its present generation is almost 2 years old. We have 33 members, and we're growing. We have a core of dedicated volunteers who give generously of their time and effort. The Friends are a non-profit organization whose purpose is to provide volunteers for the library programs as determined by the library, to provide resources to support the interests, welfare, and to support the interest and welfare of the library as a cultural, educational, recreational asset, and to advocate on behalf of the library. The Friends have assisted the library in book sales, festivals, and membership drives. As part of our efforts, we have arranged a series of food tastings at several restaurants. The first restaurant was Lola's on January 18th. It was a tremendous success. Chef David Livingston's signature hors d'oeuvres were a real hit, and we presented the library with a check to purchase much-needed softscapes for the parent-child program. The next tasting will be at Nick's Tuscan Grill at 40 East Park Avenue, Tuesday, March 1st, from 5:30 to 7:30. Chef Charles Dean will offer his scrumptious cuisine. Applications for this event is found in the library lobby, and the reference desk will accept payment. Proceeds from these events are used to provide additional resources for the library and the community. Thank you very much.
I love the fact that, I don't know if they plan it out, that Linda and Sam always pick it on a Tuesday. So me and my main man Walter can get those delicious hors d'oeuvres before the show. And you know, March 1st we pumped up. All right, great job, Taste of Long Beach. We're excited about that. But now, this is a story that a lot of people in Long Beach are very passionate about. My man, a key contributor on our show, Steve Kenner's been working behind the scenes to give us a very informative segment tonight for the Sludge Stoppers Task Force. So without further ado, let's give it up to Steve, and he's going to do a great job on this segment.
Thank you, Howie. Long Beach, as a beach community, we're very, very particular about our waters, and a lot of people don't realize some of the stuff that's going into our water, which has an effect on everyone here, from the swimmers, the surfers, to the fishermen. And of late, there's been a couple things going on that really has kind of gone under the radar, and it's unfortunate because people really should be aware of this. So I'd like to bring on Scott and Heather to talk a little bit more about this issue. Scott.
Okay. All right, thank you. I'm just going to do a quick briefing on what has been happening in our waterways in the in Reynolds Channel. There is a outflow pipe, the Bay Park Sewer Treatment Plant, that has been over the legal limits and has been polluting the channel and our waterways intermittently since 1988. And I'll just give you a brief scope. The BP disaster that happened in the Gulf, that let off 2.5 million gallons a day. It lasted for 95 days. The Bay Park treatment plant spills 35 million gallons a day into that waterway. It would only take 9 days for the entire BP spill, and that's how much pollution has been put into the channel. The Bay Park has been mismanaged, and all of the tanks and the facility itself that has to treat the water has been in a big disrepair. But a lot of good things have happened. We've gotten Ed Mangano, and Dave Denenberg and Denise Ford, who put together a plan to get the plant back up to speed, and that's what we're working on. The task force is put together by Heather here, and we're going to make people aware of what is going on. We need a warning system so everybody knows when this pollution is going on. We need full transparency, and that's what we're working on. I'm going to put Heather on. But basically, that's the whole crux of what's happening.
All right, thanks, Scott. My name is Heather Smith, and I first saw Scott's video showcasing the sludge going into the bay. And I just recently moved to Long Beach in October, and the minute I saw that video, I was pissed. I was like, oh my gosh, how can they let this happen? This is crazy. So I went to a Surfrider meeting back on January 20th, and Scott spoke at that. And it came out of the meeting that there were so many things around this issue, so many political things, so many environmental aspects to it. And I just put my hand up and I was like, you know, this issue is very complicated, and I think there needs to be a task force around it. And Scott said to me, well, you should start it. And I thought, uh-oh, watch out what you say at a meeting. But anyways, we've started a task force, and this task force is basically a group of committed citizens that want to first make sure that citizens have the right to know what's happening in their waters. And also, like Scott said, that we have the right to know that what's happening with our sewage plants and in our waters is transparent. Now, there are testing rules and regulations, but somehow that didn't get passed along, and somehow many people in the chain said they didn't know about it, and also the people were never informed of what was happening with the waters. So anyways, if you would like to get involved with this or find out more, please come to our Facebook page. It's Sludge Stoppers Task Force. It's a group page. You just sign on to be added to the group. I'll add you to the group. And we also actually have a meeting tomorrow night, Wednesday, February 16th. It's at the Long Beach Library. And it's in the small meeting room from 7:30 until 9. But it's short notice, so if you can't make tomorrow night, just tune into our Facebook page, Sludge Stoppers Task Force, or we'll just try and keep you noticed. Thank you very much, Long Beach, and help us protect our waters.
Well, we'd like to thank you for that. That's very important. Really got the word out on that. Scott has the vantage point of seeing it pretty much from his backyard, overlooking the bay. And we also would like to thank Heather for getting so involved in our community in such a short period of time.
Okay. Excellent job. Let's give it up for Scott Bachner, Heather Smith, and I want to thank Steve Kenner for bringing it to my attention. Guys did a great job on that segment. All right, we have a lot of stuff still coming up, folks. One of the biggest hockey fights in the last 30 years happened Friday at the Coliseum. Tracy is all over it, so that's coming up. Let me just look at this. I woke up Saturday morning and I saw this Newsday. And of course, the first person I thought of was Tracy, and I sent her a quick voice message. I cannot wait to hear your segment on this. And of course, Tracy, who's in the press box, watched the whole thing. So her report's coming up. We have our two high school stars, Jennifer Zarate and the villain Gavin Enright, who played the bad boy Buzz, who ruined the wedding, and he was the nasty villain. What a great actor. It was awesome. I love the whole play. Walter and I went Friday. It was awesome. Finian's Rainbow. So that's coming up. A guy you never want to mess with. Ally Quinta will be giving us the MMA report. So it was all great. Now, they were talking about the water. And before we go to break, it just brings me to a story. Let me reminisce a little bit. It's back in June. How many people here? Some days, you just, on a gorgeous day, you like nothing more than walking on the boardwalk, all by yourself, looking onto the ocean, collecting your thoughts. I was doing that back in June. I was looking out in the ocean, looking at this most beautiful city in Long Island, looking at all the beautiful buildings, the beautiful boardwalk in the ocean, and I said to myself, great city, best city in Long Island, but it's missing one thing. It's missing a weekly radio show. So I started a journey. I had no partners, I had no advertisers, and I started a journey. I saw a flyer on the window. It said Vision of Hope. I met my main man, Walter Searcy. Walter thought he was going to be with me for a couple of weeks. Weeks turned into months, and now months will turn into years with my brother Walter. I was having coffee at Starbucks, and I heard this lady say to another lady, I want to get into broadcasting. That lady was Tracy. She's been a fixture on this show ever since. I decided to check out beach volleyball. I ran into Tommy Monday and Steve Kenner playing beach volleyball. They've been fixtures on the show ever since. Eddie, after work, Eddie Digital was having a cold when it shines. He heard everyone listening to the show. He jumped aboard. Eddie Digital has been a fixture ever since. And now we're up to 13 sponsors. I met the amazing Sean Schaefer at Irish Day, and now we have this gorgeous conference room from the prestigious law office of Pectic and Schaefer, and from that we have a great crew. We have 13 wonderful sponsors, and we've become cultural icons, the talk of the town here in Long Beach. So, we're going to take